Okay. So I was telling my father I felt empty on the inside. I said, I don't have anything else to give. None of this shit makes any sense. And he had already started sending me dreams. So I was like, because I said, you're not saying anything. I don't even understand what I'm supposed to be feeling. So he started sending me dreams, but not like he sent me last night. That shit was funny as hell. And then this morning, because I didn't get to watch the Oscars because, I'm in a house where the man said he had cable, but he doesn't. And so I didn't get to see the Oscars. I just looked at the names, who won. I really didn't care. I mean, I did and I didn't. I saw the pre-Oscar show with some of the fashions. That to me is so interesting. For something that you say is so superficial, you go gaga over in more ways than one. Seriously. It's like if you didn't have something to talk about, you would have nothing to talk about. Donald Trump had nothing to talk about other than something Spike Lee said about 2020. Whatever. Who cares? There was no host, so you couldn't really skewer the host. You have to skewer the people who up there getting an award. Spike Lee finally got an award. Good for him. Seriously. Girlfriend, one from England. Good for her. But at the same time, not really good for her because it's supposed to go to Glenn Close, but it did not go to Glenn Close. Oh, wow. I don't know. Don't have the BAFTAs. And they had Bradley Cooper over there accepting an award, and they had to reciprocate or some shit like that. I mean, we are still beholden to the Queen in some way. I don't know. That's just theory and conjecture. People talk about shit all the time. It's how they feel. Seriously. Just like they talk about Jesus Christ. About, they won with Christ. Okay, Hitler, he believed in Jesus. He didn't believe in the Jews, but he believed in Jesus. Klansmen, they believe in Jesus. They don't believe in nobody else, but they believe in Jesus. So, what you saying? Because you believe in Jesus, that means all of a sudden you are licensed to speak for Jesus? Well, Jesus approves of everything I do. Really? But at the same time, you don't approve of what somebody else is doing. Therefore, you now speak for Jesus better than Jesus speaks for himself, and you don't see why you sound hypocritical and a straight up loon. Your arguments go nowhere. The fact that you unfriend me really goes nowhere. I think that's hysterical. Because I like the fact that people who believe in Jesus unfriends me. Because you don't know me from Jesus or anybody else for that matter. What you're doing is basically proving my whole platform. You're an asshole. You don't believe in Jesus. You don't believe in morality or, getting along with people. You don't believe in anything except how you feel. How you doing? Come on now. How you doing? Whitney Williams do nothing but to gossip. She's got a platform. What y'all doing? And who are you talking to? Seriously. I had a whole series of dreams last night, and I was like, these are some crazy ass dreams. But mostly what they were was like kids. Kids full of their lives. I mean, they was fat, they was plump, they were rich in them. They came from a standpoint of, that nobody was supposed to be able to hurt them. Not with the news, which basically is, something that's being reported about them. Much less a fly swatter. Get the fuck away from me. Why? Because you are of your own mental state that nothing that anybody else says matters because of what you say trumps that. Global warming is not real because it's not real to you. It's not conducive to anything that you want to do because you're trying to make money. The whole psychic phenomena is a trip. I'm going to tell you why. Not that it's not real, But anybody and their mama can do it now. And at the same time, anybody and their mama is proven for who they are. And y'all sitting there who call yourself legitimate psychics now want to expose those who are not legitimate because you already know that there is no code of conduct in place. No more realistic value, nothing. And at the same time, you say, I'm not guilty of that. But like John Oliver pointed out, you fishing. I get an A, a B, or D, or whatever. And then at the same time, it's not even that you get that. You filter all the information that comes through. And like he said, yeah, if you actually did murder me, I'm going to tell you who did it. Lisa Williams channeled my nephew. He was murdered. I knew he was murdered. I knew he was dead. Who did it? Well, I already knew they weren't going to get caught. I didn't need her to validate that for me. I already knew. But at the same time, she did say something that was really funny because she didn't understand what it was. She said somebody Benny did it. No, it wasn't Benny. It was the Benjamins. Money. It was behind money. It was a drug bust that went awry. I knew what it was. She didn't know. So it wasn't like she didn't have a gift. She just did not know how to translate. She was just making a connection. And not a very good one. Because her database was whack. If Spirit is going to use your database and you have not a clue as to what any of what they're talking about actually is anything that they're talking about, what do you think you're going to sound like? You're going to sound like somebody who just don't know shit. And then people are going to sit there and expose you for not knowing shit. Because the thing is, why would I go to you as a practicing psychic medium? Just like why would I go to a doctor who is not specialized and has not perfected a course of treatment? All I'm hearing from you when I actually talk to you is about your life experience. As if that shit means anything to me. Glennis McCant, numerologist to the stars, I sent off for her little thing. She told me about Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, I am not Tom Cruise. And there's nothing about Tom Cruise's life that mirrors my own. So that was a complete waste of my time and money to read that shit, that dribble that she came up with. I'm supposed to be impressed by her celebrity status, who she knows. Why? As far as I'm concerned, nobody is more important than myself. And you say, well, that's just, you just being petty and vindictive. No, that's me being real. Because the thing is, if I'm not drawing breath, if I'm not actually considering the ramifications, who then is? You? You done already wrote my black ass off as some kind of criminal even before you ever met me. So you're not an authority figure over me. What you are is a straight up asshole. And at the same time, you know Jesus, much less God. Or, God put in place all these things for us to hate. For you to hate something means you actually have to carry that shit within you. That's a personal problem. That's you being petty and vindictive. That's you having a problem with who you are as a person. That has nothing to do with me. If I just want to smell my own shit, all I got to do is just don't flush the toilet. I ain't got time for that. I really don't. And I was telling my father, I said, I really don't know what you want me to say to these people because something wrong with them. He tells a story, and then when he tells it, I'm like, okay. And then I think about it, I say, well, I see this in the symbolism, I see that in the symbolism, and stuff you really got me thinking. But the thing is, it's like, what am I thinking about? About how unhappy I am? That there really is nothing here for me to call myself investing in? What do you want me to do for these people? Because they ain't listening. They're very, very busy being very, very busy about very, very busy nothing. They seem to be on this trajectory, like you keep talking about, to want to die. Every time I turn around, all they're telling me about is how to perfect another gun, and all kind of shit. And then at the same time, why did y'all get on that woman's case who had on her Tinder profile that she hunted a deer, but she used it for food? And at the same time, now you mad at her and say she got to be banned from Tinder. Wait a minute. I thought the whole reason why you sat there and said your guns were so important was because, you needed them to hunt for food. And it wasn't like she just shot the deer and didn't cut it up. She said, I made a meal. Oh, it's okay if she just goes to the supermarket and buys the shit? How do you think the shit get in the supermarket? Somebody had to kill it. So that doesn't even make any sense. Now, where you coming from as you sit there trying to label that in his argument for why somebody should not? I mean, because if that's the case, then, but you're already trying to demonize the meat industry. So, I mean, and they ain't thinking about your ass either. As far as I'm concerned, if she got to worry about the group of people who are on Tinder, then that you've actually done her a favor. This is one time she don't want to swipe right, much less left. What she don't want to be is seen by you. Because you might have to pull that gun out and blow their ass off. Like Pistol back in Granny. You chose the wrong house to come up in this time. And she can always have somebody who can support her. Donald Trump will support her. Because that motherfucker, all he care about is he gets paid. And he getting paid. I'm telling y'all don't make... I don't even know what I am even trying to do here. I asked him, I said, can I just, not be here anymore? No. Because they want somebody to actually make some sense. But at the same time, they have to make sense and understand what sense sounds like before they could actually hear somebody make some sense. You already know for a fact that there are a lot of people out there that were demonized way before they were accepted for having told the truth. You do have a thicker skin. You just don't want to own it because you don't like what you're being forced to look at. Stupidity. And you always had a problem with stupidity. First and foremost, if it was your own. So you don't have a problem being challenged on what you are saying. You have a problem when there is no argument that they can make that makes what you're saying look straight up ridiculous. Because they've already done it to themselves. And you're supposed to sit there and give a damn. Why? Why am I supposed to give a damn? Because Jesus said so? The same Jesus that you still don't know, much less his Father, who is God? And we ain't even going into all that right now. Because one thing he did not do was hate himself. Now, you say he does. No, there's a purpose for everything. You just don't like what your purpose is. And when you figure that out and decide you want to change it, then maybe you will. But until then, nobody gives a damn. Okay, have a good day.